It is, as we've been saying, the official start of summer, which means more grills are firing up in a lot of backyards. We've got some guys in the studio who know a thing or two about that. Chef Patrick Valentino and owner Ralph Lewis from Okeechobee Steakhouse are here with us today with some tips for that perfect steak. And if anybody knows anything about that, it's you gentlemen. So thank you for coming in. Good to see you.
We're glad to be here.
You've got this already warming up nicely.
Yeah, it's getting hot for us.
All right. So let's start with what kind of cuts should we use? You brought several.
Right, we brought several cuts. We brought filet mignon and we brought bone-in, prime, dry-aged ribeye. This is a dry-aged bone-in filet mignon. This is a wet-aged filet mignon.
All right. And boy, those are thick, huh?
Right,
those are
really thick. Gives you the ability to get a good crust, a good sear on the outside, but still get the temperature inside. Rare, medium rare, if you like it that way.
All right. Well, we're not grilling, but we're doing it here.
We're mocking it up. Right, so what we typically do is we get the grill really hot. You want it as hot as you can get it. Coat your steak with kosher salt and pepper.
Okay.
Let it sear. You want to use a steak or a meat thermometer if you can.
Okay.
If medium rare, you want to go to about 125. Internal temperature. These are thick steaks, so they're going to take about 12 to 15, probably about 15 minutes to get there.
All right. Now, on a good cut of steak, you want them like medium rare, right?
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Medium rare gives you, it still melts the marbling inside, but gives you that good, robust, rich, meaty flavor.
Okay, now a lot of times I smother it with, Montreal seasoning. You don't need to do that.
Not with our steak.
I see that. Smirk
no.
over here.
I mean, essentially you can use any seasoning that you like, but what we do in the restaurant is good old kosher salt and black pepper to give a nice, good crust on it.
If it's a good cut of meat, that's it. Right?
It's a great cut of meat. Of course, we dry age all of our own meat and cut it in-house. You can pick these cuts up at our meat market also directly behind the steakhouse. This gives you the option though to have a wet aged or a dry aged filet. Fillets are the most tender steak. They're a little more lean. The ribeye is your heaviest marbled and is going to have the most robust flavor.
Yeah, right. But it's all good stuff. All right.
It's all great.
And naturally, if it was like half that size, the thickness of it, it wouldn't take as long to cook it.
It would take about half as long. About half as long to cook.
Do you guys do everything like this, or do you do it actually on a grill sometimes?
Oh, we use a very large grill in the restaurant.
Okay.
Yes. It's definitely a lot hotter than what we have here.
So how do you get those nice little marks across it, the grill marks?
Time and patience, really.
You don't flip it over too much.
No,
right?
no. You put it on the grill and let it sear for at least 2 to 3 minutes to get those nice lines on it, and then you want to turn it just about 45 to 90 degrees to get what we call a crosshatch. All right. That's what you see on the pictures of like that, those crisscross lines.
Makes it look pretty.
That's right.
Makes it look beautiful.
Yeah.
What are some mistakes that people make, when they're doing that? Do they turn it over too much, whether it's a hamburger or a nice fine cut of meat like this?
One of the most things that I see is that the grill's not hot enough. Right. If you put a steak on a grill that's not hot, you're essentially steaming the meat, and that's not really where you want to go. You're not going to get the crust like you should. Can you take the steak right from the fridge while it's cold, or do you need to kind of set it up?
No, let it rest. Let it get let it get room temperature.
Okay.
Bring it to room temperature. Very hot grill, 500, 600 degrees. Let it sear. Like you said, we put the kosher salt and pepper. We also put a little bit of our signature steakhouse butter on it, and at the end gives it a little extra flavor.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
Smells amazing.
One day they'll invent smell-o-vision.
I never get tired of that smell.
Thank you guys so much for coming by.
Thank you.
All right, really appreciate it.